Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Bill Hillestad here. And yes, I'm on vacation. Taking a little break to share some social media stuff. Let me share my screen. We'll make it quick today. Ran down to Del Mar, California for the weekend. Did a little Kaboo. If anybody's a music fan, every year in September, they have a 3-day music festival in Del Mar there at the Fairgrounds racetrack. That is super, super fun. Think of it as a rave for old people, all five senses. So it's 100 bands and multiple stages and comedians and little spas set up and gourmet chefs and artists and everything you can imagine. So just a blast. Swimming pools, you're swimming, watching a concert, playing with beach balls, sitting at Adirondack chairs in the sand. Super fun. All right, looks like we're all shared. We're ready to go. Going to do some lead ad stuff. I keep getting hit by people wanting to talk about landing pages. And landing pages, for those of you who are not familiar, are the page you send somebody to from an ad. So they click on an ad, they go to a landing page, and that's where they give up their information. You don't want to send them to a website because then there's the chance that they'll go surfing around instead of just giving you their information. So you want to have an isolated page where people say, yep, I want to get the thing, find out more, be contacted, whatever it is. And if you're going to do this, no, let's delete that. Sorry, I had to pull over to the side of the road to do this. No, we don't want to do this. Remind me later. Go away. So instead of lead pages, what we've discovered is that lead pages don't work nearly as well as the built-in landing pages that are native to Facebook. One, because Facebook doesn't like to send people away off of the Facebook universe out to the web at large. So your ads tend to not perform as well. Two, because if people have to fill out their information, they tend to abandon forms. I hate having to fill out my information. I can tell you that we found that when it came to typing in their address, if the address didn't auto-populate after the street number and name, even before they put in road or lane or anything, if it wasn't pre-populated by then, we had a 63% abandonment rate at that point alone. You can't get people to type. So the rule of thumb that I like to live by is if it can't be done on a phone with their thumb only at a stoplight, then it's too complicated. People won't do it. I want them to be able to pull up to a stoplight, flip through their phone and go, ooh, what's that? Click, click, oh, click, 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 submit. And boom, you've got your lead. And that's the key. Make it super simple for them. Don't make them work. The more friction you put in the process, the less effectively the process will work. And because Facebook has all their information, now you're not worried about them mistyping or putting in a phony phone number, a phony email. Yes, they could go and they could change it, but it just doesn't happen. And the email, phone number, whatever they have in Facebook is almost always right. So I get right information and they don't have to type anything. And it's all built into my lead ad. So here I am in Facebook's ad manager, and we're just going to say create. We're going to create a new ad. Click create. Come on, there we go. And by the way, I still prefer Messenger, just for the record. Messenger is still my favorite form of lead because I don't have to get a name, email, phone number, and then chase the person. It just, I don't like doing it. I find the connection rate's too low, where a message, a text conversation is instantaneous. But hey, everybody keeps wanting to get leads. Everybody always wants emails. They always want phone numbers. So hey, if that's what you want, I'll show you how we do it. And we certainly do plenty of it. You can use an existing campaign or create a new campaign. An existing campaign is just a post. If you're going to take a post and boost it, hopefully you guys know that. If not, we'll cover it. But I'm going to come down here, and as always, this is probably one of the most critical steps when you're creating Facebook ads or posts, boosted posts, whatever, dark posts, is choosing the appropriate objective. What do you want Facebook to optimize for? Because Facebook does an unbelievably effective job of optimizing. So you're not going to use this conversion stuff over here. This is for going offline or off Facebook. Traffic. Do I want the most possible traffic? That's the people that are most likely to click on a link to go to your website. If you are indeed sending them to a page, or you're sending them to your website or to someplace else, clicks. This will get you the most clicks. Engagement, the people that are most likely to like, share, comment, whatever. You want to use this from time to time with your good engaging content to drive up engagement and send it to those engagement type of people. Keep your edge rank up, keep your page performing well. You don't care about app installs, video views, pretty straightforward. I just put up a listing video. I want to get 10,000 views because I told the client I would get them 10,000 views. I go with video views. Messages, we know what that is. We've talked about that a lot lately. And lead generation. I want to make leads. So then I'm going to come down and say continue, and we'll just leave my daily budget at $100 or whatever. Because remember, you can tweak that later. And you should tweak it over and over and over. And then you get to name your ad set and say, do I want a carousel or an image or a video, or what do I want on my ad? And this is ad creation, kind of a separate thing. And I'm going to keep scrolling down. And what are my text and my links? You know, what do I want to say in my ad? What do I want my headline to be? I'll skip texts and links most of the time. And I get down here to the instant form. The form is the landing page, but it's built into Facebook. So once you build a form, it's an asset. It'll show up over here in your assets, see instant form, and you can have as many of them saved as you want. You can use them over and over. And then you can use Zapier, like we talked about last week, to move anybody that fills out their information in that form. You can move them into your Google Sheet or your CRM, or you can send them an email or do whatever you want. If you're using a lead magnet, like from the resource library, you can use that lead magnet as your hook, the reason they're going to give you their name, their email, their phone number, and then you can automatically send them a response. But let's go ahead and create a new form. So I've got an ad, and let's say my ad says, you can still buy a single family residence with a swimming pool in Las Vegas for under $350,000. In fact, there are 11 of them currently available. Click here to see the 11 pool homes available in Las Vegas for under $350,000. I don't know if that's possible or real or not, but that's an example of a lead magnet. I want to see that. Or take a look at the what's kind of incredible gourmet kitchens and entertainment homes are available for $400,000 or less. Hang on, I'm going to chat here. I want to make sure it's close enough for government. Okay, thank you. I want to make sure you were going to say, your sound is off. We can't see your screen. Okay, so I'm going to say new form. And it's going to pop up with my little form builder. And you can see this is what my form, this is the preview of what my form is going to look like. I can use my cover image. I can use the image from my post, which is by default what we normally use. So if I put an image or a video up in my post, it'll grab the thumbnail out of that and it'll use whatever's in my post. And the reason I typically use that is because I don't want to give them new stuff to look at. I don't want to distract them. They've already clicked and said, yep, I want that thing. I want to give them very little in the way of shiny objects, ADD distractions to drive them, to make another decision or whatever. Sometimes I'll put a testimonial there. sometimes I'll just put a text image, make it in PowerPoint and export it as a JPEG and then import it. But whatever I want. So form type, more volume, higher intent. You want more volume. You don't want to make people go through an extra step here. Then I'm going to go to my intro, and I'm just going to click through these sections and add them one at a time. Use the image from your ad, use an uploaded image. So if I wanted to use a different image, I'd click on that and I'd upload the image, or I could pick an image out of my image library. And then I'm going to put in my text that goes below it, and I'm going to have a headline. Get the list of pool homes, or give me the list of, put it in the first person, tends to work really well. I'm going to come down here, and on the layout, I can use paragraph and put a paragraph of text in here. But what I normally do, and it's just personal preference, is do bullets. And then here I might say 1,850 square foot fixer with spectacular pool, 323. How about that? So, okay, so I didn't spell spectacular, and I didn't spell fixer, and I didn't spell my typing skills leave much to be desired. So I could go through here and I could list a couple more, or I could come up with whatever I want in the way of bullets. So I might just give them a few bullets. I might want to add something like, your information will never be sold or shared. Once again, typing information. There we go. So you get it. It's filling out little bullets for me. I've got my headline, and then sign up by providing your info. So that's the questions. What questions do I want to ask? So I've got full name and email. Well, gosh, I kind of want to get their phone number too. And remember, everything you ask them for is going to get you less response. Every piece of information reduces your response rate just a little bit. So I can go through here and, well, let's go ahead and use a contact field, and I'm going to get the phone number. And if it's, do you want a CMA on your home to find out what it's worth, and to see my marketing plan for how to get top dollar and sell it fast as possible, well, then you might want the address. Something like that. But every time I click on one of these little automated questions, contact fields, user information, full name, first name, last name, demographic questions, I need your date of birth, blah, 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 work information. And this is all stuff that if it's complete in Facebook, Facebook will automatically fill it out for me. Or I can come down to short answer. I don't use short answer. Why? Because it makes them type. I don't want to make them type. So I do everything as multiple choice. So I'm going to come down here, and if I want to know what price point they're looking to buy at, whatever, my question might be, your ideal price, or your mole deal. Doggone it. I'm trying to type in my lap here in my car. Your ideal, let's say, purchase price. Look at that. I spelled 2 words right in a row. And then I can say, what are my answers? So I'm going to say 200 to 300. Enter, and then 300, 300 to 400, and then 400 dash 500, and then how about 500 to 750 because I'm getting lazy, and then 750 plus. And yeah, I would have put in the thousands or the K or something else in there. There we go. So now I have a multiple choice question where they can, and again, thumb only, click, click, click. So like when I show you those leads from time to time, I do a lot of investor stuff. When I do investor leads, I give them, 100 to 250, 250 to 500, 500 to a million, 250, million, 250 and up, and then ask them about their typical investment property price range. And then I want to make sure they've got money for a down payment. Now, here's a tricky one. Pay attention to this. Facebook doesn't allow you to ask questions that get people to reveal financial information. I can't ask you about your credit score, about your net worth, I can't ask you anything financial. So if I put in the question, do you have 20% for a down payment? Nope, I just got them to reveal that they have 20%. I could be a scammer trying to go steal money from people that have that much money. I don't know what I could be doing, but I can't do anything that makes them reveal personal information. So I put in the question, or I put in something that says, I understand. So I'll give you an example here. Let's just add a new question. We're going to come down here and say multiple choice, and I'm going to say, I understand that this program requires 20% down. And then my other option might be, I still believe in those advertisements on TV that say I can buy investment properties with no money down. I also believe in the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus, whatever, something like that, tongue-in-cheek, facetious, so that they really only have one choice, and that's click the one I want. Well, see, I've just got them to acknowledge that, look, I get it. You got to have 20% down. I didn't say I have 20%, so I haven't violated Facebook terms of service. And by the way, I use that exact question in that scenario, and it passes. Sometimes it will get rejected, and I just have to request a review, and I explain that what I just explained to you, and I always get my reviews through. So that's it. I'm going to add that question. Then I have to have a privacy policy. You cannot collect people's information if you don't have a privacy policy. And you're like, Bill, I don't have a privacy policy. Sure you do. You go over here and you say, Google, I need a free privacy policy generator. I'm making this crap up, but what do we got here? Terms and conditions template, freeprivacypolicy.com. Wow, how perfect is that? And I'm going to come in there and create my free privacy policy. And what's it for? And then, it's for a website. And I'm going to go put this on my website. I got to put it somewhere. I can put it in my Facebook page, but you got to have a privacy policy. You get it. This one will let me fill out the, what's your URL, what's your name, what's the company, whatever. And it generates a privacy policy for you that you can then edit if you want to be, really on top of it and responsible and adult. You should probably go through and edit it and make sure that you agree with everything it says. I'm an irresponsible non-adult person, so I just take whatever they give me and throw it up because it works. Next, let's go back to our ads. So once I have a privacy policy, and once you have one in there, then you can just point to it, and you got to put the link to it. So let's see. Mine is at billhillestad.com/privacy. Okay, and I can't even spell my own name. Sorry, I have to type like a T-Rex today. So let's copy that, Command C. We'll make that the link tag, Command V, and now I put a link to it and I put a name for it. And I don't have to have the link. I could just say privacy policy. Let's do that. So privacy policy and privacy policy. There we go. So now I have a privacy policy. Do I want any custom disclaimers? Sometimes I do, guys. I do ads where I give people stuff. I like to bribe people. Look, if you're going to give me your information, your time, whatever, I'll give you something. So one of my favorites is I get, and there's a lot of things we've used, a free cruise. You can buy cruises for like $150. My personal favorite is the American Express Travel Rewards gift card. $500 travel rewards gift card. You can get those for $50. You got to buy them in bulk, like $1,000 worth or $5,000 worth, whatever it is, $10,000 worth, $4,000. But anything, a Starbucks gift card. But I like to give people things in exchange for. So an example of a compliant way to do that in mortgage or real estate. I should show you these ads. These are really effective ads. Might do that sometime. For listings, have somebody record a little video that says, I'm so confident I can sell your home faster and for more money that I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is. If you'll give me 30 minutes to show you my marketing plan for your home, I'll give you this $500 American Express Travel Rewards gift card, whether you list your home with me or anybody else, just to say thank you for your time, whatever. This is where I would put in my custom disclaimer that says, not required to work with me or make any purchase to receive gift card, but you must list your home with somebody. You can't just, you get it. You can't just say, yeah, come on over, bring my gift card, and then never even list your home and get it. And by the way, nobody ever goes out and lists their home with somebody else and then comes back to you and says, by the way, that little gift thing that you offered me, I don't like you, but I like the gift. Give me my gift. I'm not saying it won't happen to somebody, but it's an extraordinarily rare thing that it would ever happen. So you can afford to give away pretty dang nice gifts, because effectively you're just giving them to everybody that you list a home for, even though you're offering them to everybody else. But let's say it's 2 to 1. Yeah, I put up a $150 gift. I got to give one to somebody who says no, and then I got to give one to somebody who says yes. I just spent $300 to get a listing. Anybody here who wouldn't spend $300 to get a listing needs to find a different line of work. It's awesome, and it works, and it freaks people out. And the beauty is, when they fill out this form for that particular lead, they're setting an appointment, and I can actually add the appointment right in here if I want. One of the questions is set an appointment, or choose a time, and I could make my questions, evenings are best, contact me, whatever I want, but I could have them fill out or schedule right onto my calendar a time for a listing appointment. That's why I love these leads, because they go straight to the appointment. Tell me when, I'll reach out and schedule, what's the best time, whatever. But I offer them the gift in exchange, because it's not an exchange for doing business. You get it whether you do business or not, just for, and it's what HUD wants. It's what the CFPB wants. They want people to shop more. I'm encouraging you to shop. Shop me in the mortgage space. I'm so confident that I can beat any deal out there, and you'll love what I have to offer, and say that I'll give you this just for allowing me to present you my best offer. Then in the custom disclaimer, I'm going to say, you must provide me enough information for me to be able to work up my truly best offer, because if I can't do basic underwriting pre-qual, I can't tell you what I can offer you. So I'd put that in there, and then I'd also say that if you choose to go with somebody else, you have to go with somebody else, and then come back and show me anything indicating that you applied with somebody else instead, and I'll provide you this gift card, this vacation, this gourmet meal catered to your house, whatever it is. Something creative might be something related to listing their home. I'm going to, whether you list with me or somebody else, I'll have a home staging specialist come in and do a free staging consultation, value $199. And I get my home staging person to agree to do it for me for, nothing or $50. But their normal fee is $199 because it's just the consultation. They're looking for more decorator work, whatever. You get it. Come up with something cool. And then this is where you would put your little disclaimer. And then I'm going to do my thank you screen, because you can see they're going to fill out the form, field, and then they're going to hit submit. What do I want to happen when they hit submit? So I go to the thank you screen. Thanks, you're all set. Your info has been sent to, and looks like I'm on Profile Advocate stuff. But here, I could also provide things like, how about the list? If I did a search on my IDX website and I found the 11 pool homes listings under 350,000 in Henderson, well, that's where I would do the search on my own website, and you could do it on Zillow's, but if you got an IDX website, and I presume most of you do, I'd do it on my own website, and then I would take the link to that search, I would put it in incognito on Chrome to make sure that it works when somebody just drops in the link alone, and it always seems to, but I always check it just to be sure I don't want to put up a broken link. And I would say, thanks, you're going to be blown away. I specialize in finding the exceptional deals. Cut and paste the link below to check out these. And I'll be sending you some more. Or in my form here, I could say, tell me what you're looking for. I'm the deal hunter. It's all about price, blah, 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 blah. I don't mind doing some fix up. I do fix up if you could get me a rehab loan to go with it. I want to be in the following zip codes. I'm flexible on area, but this is the center point, or I want to be in this school district, whatever. You could literally build all those questions into this form and say, I'm going to go find you the best deals and keep you updated with, because I'm the deal hunter. By the way, that's a really good strategy, especially if you ever do your own real estate investing. When I get the realtors that also do fix and flips, and they can highlight that, I did 3 flips last year, I spend my time looking for the best deals. I am the deal hunter. If that's what you're looking for, I'm your guy. And by the way, I will never buy a property that I don't give any of my clients first shot at. So you get first right of refusal on the same properties I'm going to use as investments. That's a really appealing value proposition to somebody who's looking for a good deal. So anyway, whatever I want to give them, the thanks, you're all set, here's your link, whatever it is. And then I can change the button type. Do I want them to download? Oh, yeah, I just said I'm going to give you a free ebook on staging your home. I'm going to give you the 5 best articles ever written, IMHO, in my humble opinion, on preparing your home to sell for top dollar in the least amount of time possible. People love the how to get top dollar for your home stuff if they're getting ready to list and you're looking for listings. And then I could allow them to download those articles, and I've just saved them as PDFs. I can have them call me. Great. Now give me a call. If you want to speed the process up, call me now. And the call is pretty good, by the way, because remember, all of these are being done from a phone. Almost nobody does ads, responds to ads from desktops anymore. So when they hit the call button in Facebook, it literally dials their phone and they're calling you right now. But don't do this unless you're a freak about answering your phone or you've got somebody else covering it if you're not. Because if it rolls to voicemail, 2/3 of them are going to hang up, and you've lost your shot and made a bad impression. But for me, it might be view website. If I'm going to leave a button here, they might as well go take a look at, whatever. And then I could put the button text to be whatever I want. I could rewrite it. See the list now. So see the list now. See the list. See the list now. So that's it. See the list now. And then I'm going to put the link, and this is where I'd put the link that I just tested on incognito in Google. And by the way, I'm sure everybody knows, but if you ever want to test something, don't test it in your own Chrome or Safari or Explorer or whatever, because it has all your cookies. It's you. It knows it's you. If I want to know what the stranger is going to see, I come up and say new incognito window. And now when I put in Zillow or whatever the link is that I just did, I can see what's going to pop up for them or for a stranger. I can test a link to make sure it works if it's not me. So that's how I test it with and all browsers have incognito, so that when you're shopping for presents, you're not putting browser history on there for your spouse to see, or you're shopping for things you shouldn't be shopping for. You don't have to leave it on there, whatever. I'm sure that's more common. But for me, incognito is the testing tool to test links. So this is where I would put the link. So now I've just said, wow, da, 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 I also do, blah, 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 blah. Let me know if you want, send me a message. I might put something else here, but this is just the thank you screen. But it's also where I deliver my lead magnets. Because I can put a link to anything, or I can allow them to get anything that is downloadable. And just to remind you guys, here, let's log into Smartsheet real quick. I need some elevator music, huh? All right, there we go. And here's the resource library, and come down here into the content section and go to the lead magnet ideas. If you guys don't remember, Bill Hillestad, whoops. My browser's having a time with this. I should have downloaded it. So you can, by the way, when you have a link, if you click, you can say copy or whatever. But if I want to download that, I would click and download that. And it's a list of all of the lead magnets that I could come up with in a sitting. Most of which I've used, others I haven't, but trust me, it's anything somebody wants. They want, and again, I don't go write whole ebooks like other people do. It's too much work and I'm lazy. Articles I find are the best. I tease them with one article and then say, these are 5 articles I provide all my clients. And I would provide all my clients articles. These are good reading. Not that they'll read them, they just, people like to be provided resources. They like it when you do more for them. Give them videos, give them articles, give them websites, give them tools. My favorite apps for home shoppers. And then I give them the one that lets me check the cell phone reception at every address, and the one that lets me check the criminal record of every house so I can see if it used to be a crack house or somebody who died there. The one that lets me check the city data so I can go check the schools, and I would give them what's the other one, like nest.me or whatever, where I can keep a diary of all the houses I look at. And I might shoot a little video that describes each one, or write a little paragraph describing each one. But this is my 5 app, Bill Hillestad's secret 5 app home shoppers collection. Nobody should go home shopping without these apps and these articles. And it's my toolkit for home shoppers. And now I'm going to advertise my toolkit. Follow where I'm going with this whole lead magnet thing. And that's it. So I'd put the link in here. And the link is where the button would go, and the button can say whatever I want, and I'm done, guys. That's it. I just made a landing page. Now, warning, when I do this, so let's just close that. No, I don't want to save it. Whoops. Close and okay, I don't want to save it. When I've done that, all of those leads are going to collect in Facebook. And you'll see them from the page if you go to the page. So up on top, there's a link, and you can go in and you can Google it, and you can see all your leads. Well, most people don't want to have to go in and manually check the leads on Facebook. That's where you definitely want to use Zapier or something else that works. I think MailChimp integrates, Constant Contact, Salesforce, anything that has an integration with Facebook lead ads to pull them out in real time and text them to you, email them to you, put them in a spreadsheet, whatever you want. I always put them in a spreadsheet and I text or email them to the person so that they get them in real time and can reply right away. You've got to make sure you add that step so that you are seeing those leads. And by the way, I check from time to time to see if there are other tools. So let's see, get Facebook lead ad info notices, whatever, something like that. And then I'll just do some searches and I'll go in here and say, receive notifications for automated rule. Nope. How to connect Facebook lead ads to email notification. Ooh, from LeadsBridge. I bet they're going to sell me something. So I'd go take a look at LeadsBridge. I wouldn't even read their documentation. I'd go straight to the pricing and say, do you have a free version? LeadSync.me. Ooh, that sounds kind of obscure. I bet they do it. Facebook lead ad notifications and CRM syncing. And see what I'm saying? There's so many tools. HubSpot does it. Ad Espresso article, Integromat, whatever. And this is all I'm going to do and just go find. Well, I can tell you Zapier works. It's easy. You can't text with the free version. You'd have to pay them. I think it's $16 a month to have it text them to you in real time instead of emailing them to you with your 5 free zaps. But okay, yeah, Lead Sync. This looks interesting. How much is it? $19 a month. Nah, I'll stick with Zapier. I don't want it. Cool testimonials. Does it do anything else? Oh, it's mainly for CRMs. Zapier's easier. I'll use Zapier. But that's what I would do if you aren't a Zapier person. If you want to find something else that connects to Facebook leads to get those leads out when you do them. But guys, this is all it takes. If you put up a post, go look at those lead magnets. Then once you're in the lead magnets and download it, then put up an ad and offer whatever's in the lead magnet, a post, a little video ideally, maybe one you made in PowerPoint. I still do those PowerPoint videos all the time. Or I'd make a slideshow. Remember, Facebook will make videos for you too. So my slideshow would be a PowerPoint where I've got a picture with very little text. You can't have more than 20% text on your thumbnail. And then the next slide would be the text, color background, big text. It says the complete toolkit you'll get. And then the next slide would say bam. And the next slide would say bam. Then I would record that little video in PowerPoint, put that up, write my post, put in my headline, and then I'd put my link to download my home sellers hacks and tools, whatever my kit is. And believe me, you will get people like crazy downloading this because everybody thinking about selling wants to know the tricks and hacks to sell your home faster and for top dollar. And that's where, remember, in the content library, we have things like the color schemes. It's a great article. Home staging. Look up 33 ways to sell your home fast. It's an ebook I wrote once upon a time back in the 90s with all kinds of crazy tips and whatnot. And it's been downloaded over 1 million times since. But it's insanely effective, and it's just a little ebook with 33 tips. My suggestion is go find it and then open it up in Word. If you don't know how to open a PDF in Word or whatever you use, just Google convert PDF to Word and you'll find a free tool to convert a PDF into a Word doc. And then edit it and make it your own and make sure you agree with it. And I had all kinds of crazy stuff in there. I think I think I was north of a bottle of wine by the time I finished that one evening. Uh, uh, yeah. I had him changing all the light bulbs in the house to the highest wattage possible because bright, blah, 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 blah. Taking all the stuff out of the closets, moving it to storage, emptying it out, stacking some nice shoes right inside the front door to make it look like you always take your shoes off when you come into the house. I literally tested this next one, getting a stick of Toll House cookie dough and putting some cookies on a cookie sheet and setting it to 180 instead of 325 and putting it in the stove. It takes 3 hours for the cookies to cook. But I could leave them in the stove and the whole house smelled like cookies, because no matter what your house smells like, it doesn't smell like the home to them. The cookies smell like home to everybody. I don't know if any of that stuff's true, but it felt true when I wrote it. It seemed like a good idea. Anyway, that's it, guys. That's it. You could do this today. You could literally go find 3 articles and offer them as your 3 favorite articles on. Put a post up. Let people give you their name, phone number, email. Personally, I would still say message me if you want to get a copy, and then I would message them back with the attachment. But you won't have their email. You won't have their phone number. You'll be able to message back and forth with them, but you can't bug them on the phone. That's cool. I don't like bugging people on the phone. So up to you. That's it, guys. That's how to make a landing page in Facebook and start running lead ads right now, today. You could have 10 listing leads, I'm guessing, for under $100 by the end of the day. It's that, and every day moving forward, anytime you want them. Once you kind of find, you're going to tweak your headlines and test this and tweak that, and you're always changing, looking to try and get that number down. You're going to pay attention to when your leads come in and where they come from, and pretty soon you're going to realize that, gosh, my leads only come in during this time of the day or whatever. But that's it. That's it. There's generating lead posts in Facebook. So let me stop sharing. I don't see any questions. I don't see anything. I was staring at the roof of my car. There we go. Yes, you can see the bicycles in the back. Giant music festival. So we rode bikes to them, electric bikes, lazy people, so that we could ride up to the front gate and not have to deal with traffic. Blast, Kaboo, KAABOO. Everybody needs to go. It's the funnest thing. And pay for the Hang 5 pass, pay for the good pass or the Basque pass so you can hang out at the pool and in the sand. All right, guys, that's it. Appreciate you. And I will see you next week from my desk. Bye for now.